Hi everyone, I am Jackie. I am an alcoholic, and I've gone through the process with the loving higher power, with the help of a Big Book Step Study sponsor, people like you, amazing people like you, meetings like this, continuing to make amends and practice all 12 steps to the best of my ability. I don't want to say to him, thank you, right, for having me come, because I'd be lying, right? But, day one, 2 years ago, he started on me, he was on me, and I'm like, what is up with this guy, right? Why does he keep, And so I just need to say today he's become a friend of mine, and I'm grateful for you, but not to share. I'm nervous. So I grew up in an alcoholic home. I was born in Atlanta, brought to Bridgeport, Connecticut. I don't remember being with my mother and father together, so for some strange reason, I don't know if it's a block, maybe it's not a good time to remember it, I don't know. But I ended up with my father and a stepmother, and she had 3 kids, he had 3 kids. And, right off the bat, I just didn't feel like I was good enough. I didn't feel I was worth it. Something was wrong with me. Nobody wanted me. My mind was in prison with low self-esteem, no self-worth. Growing up in that home, I never thought I had enough of anything, enough of love, enough of affection, enough food, enough safety. So I can remember in Connecticut, we were in the projects, and I used to go to, I went to elementary school, and the boys used to call me names. Now, there's 6 brothers I had. I'm the 3rd born, so I was around boys most of my life. I do have a little sister that was the 7th born, 1 brother deceased, and where was I going with that? The kids the boys used to call me names. They called me Eddie because I have like a widow's peak in my hair, and they were calling me Cortez and all this stuff. They were calling me names, and so that's where my acting experience began, because I was like, it would hurt me, and I didn't know that, and I would say some things back, but when I got home and was alone in bed, it really bothered me. So I started pretending like it didn't bother me. So I'm tough, like nothing can, I'm fearless, nothing could hurt me. And so then food became my addiction, because I never had enough food growing up. I thought the stepmother was like a witch, and I really did, but God rest her soul, whatever happened to her, I don't even know. But anyway, so food became my first addiction, and when I did good, I was gifted with dimes and quarters and go to the penny candy building and buy penny candy, so I got addicted to bubble gum, right? So when I did wrong and was on punishment or something like that, I wanted bubble gum, so I was getting it by any means necessary. So I started going in my father's pockets, stealing money for bubble gum. So, that's where it all, but, the behavior started. So fast forward, I ended up with my mother. We were in Boston, Massachusetts. I don't know who's from Boston, but I grew up in Mission Hill Projects. Everybody drank, everybody smoked. It was like this confined area, and I thought drinking was normal. And, God rest my mother's soul, not blaming her for anything. She did the best she could with what she had. And, however, my experience growing up was traumatic, mentally, emotionally, as well as physical. So fast forward, I became a runaway, because when, my mentality said, hey, you don't have to stay in this, you can get out, I started running away. So I was running looking for love in all the wrong places. I ended up with some, dangerous people, abusive people, and I put myself in positions to be hurt. And I don't want to hurt me today. And I see today that all my life I blame people, places, and things for everything. Resentments turned on me. I resented myself. So, I resented everyone else. So I was a ward of the state. I was in DYS, graduated to Framingham, and, my life was just like, I didn't even have a life. Let's put it that way. I was just surviving, And all my life during that, it's like, nobody ever gave me nothing. I even took it. And honestly, today I can say I work for everything I have. And of course I'd like someone to take care of me, but so let me get to, my husband died. No, my mother died, my husband died, my best friend died, and my favorite, it gets me on. My favorite uncle dies, and this all happened within a 4 years time period. Fast forward, I came to recover. I was dry in 1989. Had 8 years. Went to a halfway house. Worked in the field, any program here. Picked up. Because I was restless, irritable, and discontent. Now, mind you, when I was a kid, I was told I was hyperactive. Well, I didn't know I was hyperactive, but I believed what everyone said. But I was restless, irritable, and discontent. I had so much self-hatred. I kept myself a prisoner in my own mind. So 89, okay, so I pick up because I'm dry. I didn't do any of this work, so of course. It happened again. Another 8 years, and this is all. I was going to another fellowship. I was going to NA, and it was okay, so I picked up that time. I picked up another time, so then I went again. I'm like, wait a minute, something's not working here. So God decided to bring me to Big Book Step Study. And this is the first time in my life I can say that I did the work for this with God. With my higher power, because writing, I was I'd sit there, I'm writing. But you know what? I'm grateful that God blessed me with you people, your experience, strength, and hope. And I'm not a fake person, right? If I don't, if it's BS, it's BS. I'm not going to say anything. But without you people in this meeting, ones I talk to, ones I don't talk to, just showing up here without you. I came from a place where I didn't cry. I didn't cry. I didn't know how to cry. I had to pretend all my life and protect myself, and so, I'm grateful that God gave me a second chance for real. So for me, this was done backwards. So I was thinking going to regular AA, and now I see that I'm on this other side now. This makes sense looking back. I think I want to say one more thing. So I have a set of twins, a boy and a girl. They're 34 years old. They're the love of my life. And, so this minding your business and keeping yourself in the position. I struggle with that, because I want to save my kids. They're everything to me. And my son, he got married. He had a son. And, he's in a position now that I can't help him with. Only God can help him. Only God. I can't do it. Do I want to direct it? Oh, yes. But, this is why I'm here now, because trying to direct and self-reliance and trying to control things. So this says here, we admitted we were powerless over our addiction, and our lives became unmanageable. Well, I knew that, but like I didn't care. You know, that's the life I chose to live. With alcohol, I'm aware that if I pick it up, I'm getting drunk. Not only with alcohol, I say alcohol, but it's drugs. It's drugs too, and drug is a drug is a drug. However, back in the day, if you were to talk about drugs, them old guys you would be embarrassed at them meetings. So, like the code, so I feel uncomfortable doing that because there was fear in me when they did that to other people. So the phenomenon of craving. So if I pick up a drink, I break out. I just lose my mind. Anything goes. Anything goes. And without these doctors' opinions, it says here, where did I see it? Oh, okay. So the unselfishness of these men, as we have come to know them, the entire absence of profit and motive, that was huge, man. Because nowadays in program, it's profit. They got a motive, and business is business. And so, and their community spirit is indeed inspiring to one who has labored long, wearily in this alcoholic field. And it must have been they believe in themselves and still more in a power which pulls chronic alcoholics from the gates of hell. Oh, the gates of death, right? And I was no good. I was bitter. I thought I can beat men I would pick up, I was just nuts. I was nuts. So this step for me is about changing the person I brought in. First of all, I had to put the alcohol down, but again, I had to want to put it down because, if you're not ready, it's not happening, and it's just as simple as that. Let me see, there was something else I saw. So it's about surrender and accepting the fact that I am an alcoholic. I can recall somebody called me an alcoholic one time. I think it was in the night. I was like, what? It hurt me. But I could say it. You couldn't. You know what I mean? This disease is really slippery. All my life, like I said, I've been restless, irritable, and discontent. And without a spiritual solution, thank God, God intervened and directed me here. Even though a person told me to come, the person that told me to come was the vessel. And I need to say, when I got here, this is me, right? When I got here, I was like, wait a minute. There's no black people in here. That's how sick I was, right? And so I kept coming, right? And I said, wait a minute. Many are called and few are chosen, right? And I said, maybe I can be a representation of the big book for people, no matter what color, creed, or where you come from. However, everybody cares about their people, because I care about my people, right? So, and so I kept coming, and I started seeing people coming, and I'm like, yeah, wow. And so another reason I came here was because I didn't think I was wanted here, because I knew who was here, right? I said, you know what, I'm going to crash this meeting, right? And you know what? The people I've met here, right? I wouldn't trade you for the world, because it's love, it's unity, it's authenticity, it's support. People are genuinely happy for you. And I'm not a religious person, but I am spiritual. And thank God for this book, because now, once I was blind, now I can see. But just knowing about it is not good enough for me, right? I gotta see and take action, because I don't want to die today. And this disease is slippery, cunning, baffling, and powerful, like it says. There's one last thing I'm going to say, and it was about the physicians. I don't know. Oh, jeez, where is it? Oh, faced with the doctor. Oh my goodness, trembling. Oh, okay. So without, I don't want to say me because I'm selfish sometimes. So without like us accepting the plan that's outlined in this book, like I'm doomed. I'm doomed to drink again. I'm doomed. And resentments, they will kill me. I'm aware of that. Thank God for this book. There was something in here about the doctors, like their compassion and their empathy. Like when they know that they cannot help an alcoholic. I wish I could find it.
On the first page.
What?
It's on the first page.
Oh, the first page. The course. Yeah. I can't find it because I'm nervous still. Cases. Okay, so anyway, closing. I just don't want to hurt me anymore. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt anyone in life. All my life, I thought everyone was hurting me, but you know what? I was hurting me. And without your creator or my creator, I choose to call God, this is not going to work. So, being spiritually fit, and having a spiritual experience, and I did have it coming here. I'm just grateful to be here, man. Like, I don't want to sound like everybody, but if you're writing, you're writing. Keep writing, writing. Don't stop. Don't stop. If you're reading, don't stop. If you're thinking about it, please do it. And I'm just new to this, so thank you for letting me share.